All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out as always. Back again with some more short form gameplay content. We're going to take a look at another matchup here. This one's another interesting one. It is into Kano, if I remember correctly. We're going to see which hero pops into the frame here shortly. We're going to fast forward because apparently I did not edit out that first bit of waiting time. So yes, a Kano. So let's go back to talk through some of our sideboarding decisions. In this case, we're going to like really easy sideboarding to Kano. Basically, sideboard anything that has pitch beyond red. Grimoire gives us AB1. Dyadic Carapace gives us AB3. AB2, so up to AB3. And then Ebonfold gives us Spell Void 2, which is very frustrating for Kano. Haunting Rendition's a great piece into Wizard. Prevents 2 damage. Blue, Oblivion. Yellows, Mauvrian Skies, and then some damage output stuff. Revel and Runeblood. Not sure I like the Read the Runes here, which is what I'm reconsidering. I think the Beseech the Demagon is a good pick. 0 cost. And maybe 1 Read. I don't know. Read's fine. But this brings us to 60, so that's good. So 1 Beseech. There you go. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun to my opponent here as well. We'll see how this goes. Kano, like this matchup is still fair enough to navigate. Like, it's not too bad for us. Now that we're off, like we don't run as many blues, it is a little more challenging. So in this first turn, it's a great setup turn. We're going to banish this Phantom Banshee. Deadwood Dirge to make a few rune chants. And we have 5 damage prevention floating. So if they decide to do scary Kano things on their first turn, we have a response for that. And if they overextend, something we can consider doing is actually, like, we have our action point, regardless of what they do. So if they decide to overextend here, we can present 10 damage to them and cause them to start even lower in a life total. So they're presenting Voltic Bolt. We're just going to ban it, like, get rid of this. It gives us another rune chant. 2, I think this is for 5 or 6. It's for 6. So we're also going to AB 3. So we're soaking up 5. We're going to take 1. And then, like, we have 11 damage, and they have 2 cards in hand. I think we actually just send the Phantom Banshee, which is what I'm considering right now. But I think it just, like, even if they give it both to us, like, they're probably still going to take, like, 5 minimum and start the game on 25, which is a pretty significant life disparity. The other thing is, like, I'm just considering floating this to our next turn, but with Kano, like, 2 wide turns are a little more challenging, so we don't want to overextend sometimes. So they are going to take the 5 and start on 25, which is awesome. Awesome for us. It feels weird not to set up, like, not to float any resources or any damage over to the next turn, but that's fine. We once again drew into a blue and a Haunting Rendition, which is amazing. So we're going to try and take advantage of this Haunting Rendition so that we can start the turn on 2 rune chants and be able to send either this Widespread Ruin or Phantom Wraith, Ruin being the more preferable one as it messes with the top of their deck. So I have an Aether Flare and an Aether Quickening. Aether Flare, I think, buffs. So that's going to be the target here for us to prevent some damage on. So they're going to present the Aether Flare. They already have 2 amp, thanks to their Wheel of Arcana and their Crucible. So we're just going to discard this Haunting Rendition to prevent 2. This is coming in for what? 5. We're going to prevent 3 and take 0 off of this, which is awesome. Don't need to deal with the Spell Void yet. And then this is getting 0 buff, or it's getting 1 buff? I guess it's getting 1 buff? I don't know. Or maybe not. Anyways, either way, we could have AB1 there, actually, because we're not doing anything with this Phantom Wraith. I think it's a little... I think maybe we should have. But it allows us to... Like, they're not going to Storm Striders this early. I think maybe we were supposed to pitch this Phantom Wraith to AB another 1, because it doesn't do anything in this hand, but it is what it is. So we're presenting another 2 and 6. They soak up the 2. They take the 6 down to 19. This is great. This is exactly the position we want to be. We banished a Scour off the top, which makes us very happy because Scour can shut down a turn. You know, we can Deadwood Dirge, and then, like, they can Scour everything we made, and we can't swing anything, which hurts really bad. So they banished this destructive Aether Tide. Like, so far, it seems like we have all, like, not this turn, but the last few turns we've had the correct answers for the cards that they're presenting. This Lesson of in Lava is a little more awkward now because we just have a handful of red, so we're not really able to soak up too much of this damage without giving them a bunch of cards, unfortunately. In this hand, I'm tempted to keep, like, the Wraith and the Dirge so that we can, like, follow it up with that. So then we have, like, 2 reds at most that we're happy to pitch to AB, which is not exactly where we want to be. I don't know. I said hello. I guess they were taking a little bit of time there, but that's fine. So, okay. Presenting 4, like, we can soak up 2, but it's not great. So I guess we are soaking up 2, or we're considering soaking up 2. And with Lesson in Lava, 2 versus 4, it doesn't matter. They're going to be able to basically tutor anything they want from the deck. So we decided to just, like, okay, send the bill. We're going to take the 4. We can't really reliably prevent. We definitely don't want to pitch 3 to it. So they're going to tutor up an Aether Wildfire. Pitch this blue not pitch the blue. So where does it go again? Does it go top of deck? It goes top of deck. Yeah, so they're going to draw into the Aether Wildfire. So we know that, right? So now they're presenting 3. We are getting greedy. I don't know why, because this doesn't really do much. I guess we know they have Aether Wildfire on top of their deck, so we're saving pitch in case they want to try and go off on their turn, on our turn. So we're bluffing that we have resources, sort of thing. So we're just going to pitch the Phantom Wraith, whatever it's called, Deadwood Dirge, present 3 and 6. But, like, are they going to try and go off here is the question. Like, I think the call might have just been to soak up some damage. I guess they didn't really present anything that we could, like, any on hits, for lack of a better term. They're giving us, okay, all 3 Scours, 1 in Banish, 1 in Pitch, which is going to the bottom of our deck, which we're very happy about, and 1 on the Chain Link. Like, that's ideal situation for Scour. So that's great for us. But they soaked up this whole damage. They just want to, like, this whole point of this turn was to stuff an Aether Wildfire in there. They took no damage, so we can't cull it out of their hand. Maybe that was the goal of keeping cull, was that we could have potentially culled that Aether Wildfire. But they played around that, so that's great for them. Here we're just playing out a Malefic and sending Deathly Delight. What did we have in that hand? Sorry. I played through that really quickly. So our hand is Malefic Incubation, 2 Deathly Delights, and a Deathly Whale. So we banish the Deathly Delight, play out the Malefic Incantation, and pay for the Deathly Delight in hand. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So we're just going to be sending 1 and 5. We do go shields down here, but it's sort of all we could do. We're at 29, so we're not, like, super in the danger zone yet. Yes, Kano can kill you from 29, but things need to line up. And they don't have any other setup pieces yet, like E-Pots or anything like that. So we're sort of okay going shields down here, but it is something that we need to be, like, we need to be aware of our status into this game or into this match. So now I'm considering, like, do we want to call? I don't think there's any harm in doing it, so yes, let's go ahead and do that. We don't really need to take the damage. It actually doesn't matter if we take the damage, we gain it back. But yeah, don't take the damage. It's all the same. We'll end on the same life total either way. They banish a Voltic Bolt, and we pass with 1 Runechant Floating. Now they're setting up their E-Pot, so they're getting some of their setup pieces down. We get to, let me see, banish Widespread Ruin. Do we just, or, oh, we have a Deathly Delight. We have a Deathly Delight banked. So if we banish the Eloquent Eulogy, we can just go Machinations, Delight, Eloquent Eulogy, threatening Succumb the whole time. I like that. So now we go Machinations, because we don't want to rely on them taking Arcane to get the Succumb to be at instant speed. So now we're going to go 2 and 5, overpower, go again, finishing, or 1 rune chant on the back end, which will allow us to come in with this Eloquent Eulogy. They are going to take the 2 arcane, block 5. We get to succumb them. So we're threatening succumb. We're going to have 2 action points that, I mean, we could end the chain on flail. So we're choosing to Kano here so that we don't get value from our succumb. That's fine. They're going to go shields down, and we're going to present another 5, 6 damage before the end of the turn. So that's good for us. Now they're going to Crucible. So that's pretty cool. Succumb just kind of like forced them to do some not great things. This Widespread Rune's doing nothing in our hand, so we're just going to soak up 1 damage from it. They're activating Tunic to snap back for 3. That's fine. We can't do anything about it. It's okay. But we're going to push some more damage back at them. So we're going to take 3, go to 25. Succumb hits. Doesn't matter anymore. They don't have a hand, but it's good enough that they gave us their hand because we're coming in for 1 and 5. And then ending the turn on Flail, which I don't think they have a piece that they're really willing to give us for it. So it'll probably allow us to end on a chant. We forgot our Flail there. Yeah, because there's literally no reason not to swing Flail. So I think we forgot that we had an extra action point. I mean, that's fine, but not great. So, yeah, we missed the Flail activation there. Noted. Yeah, so when we have go again and we succumb, we get an additional action point. And so, how do we get all these rune chants? I gotta go back. I wasn't paying attention. We end on 3 because what? Oh, we're breaking Vexing Quillhand. Okay, so we're banishing Whale. That's obvious. There's only 1 banished target here. Oblivion does nothing in this hand other than be a blue, which is fine into Kano. So it blocks for 3. Breaking Quillhand, and then we're presenting lethal with a blue in hand. So this is good. They're probably, I don't know if they're ready to go off here, but we are kind of asking that question. Like, do you have it? Because we're going to be presenting 3, 1 unpreventable, and 11. So if they want to, if they need more setup, they're going to have to basically give us their hand. If they want to try and go off, then they're going to try and go off, but we'll see. I'm going to fast forward a little bit as they make some decisions here. So it looks like they're taking, well, they take the unpreventable. They're taking 2 more rune chants, and then they're going to stare down on 11 here. Are they just going to give us their hand, or 3 cards from hand? Or, yeah, I think that's the call. Because they're not quite there yet, I don't think, with their setup. They have Energy Pot, which is one of the pieces they need. And they have that Aether Wildfire that we know of in Banish. We would love to be drawing into a Widespread Destruction right now. It'd feel really good to be able to nuke that. But it is what it is. We are not going to Arsenal this card. It would probably just get stuck there for the rest of the turn. We draw into a clunker of a hand, which is a bit unfortunate. So, I don't know, banish, yeah, Machinations make sense. Maybe there's a world where we double Revel. We're going to shove one of these Revels in Arsenal, but we still have a blue. Little unfortunate. Like, sending Flail doesn't present lethal, so it's not worth it. So that's fine. We give them a full hand here, see what they get to do. We have 2 blues. We still have Ebonfold, but we're trying to save Ebonfold for their Wildfire turn. Another Lessons in Lava for 4. We are going to be able to soak up 3 of this, probably pitching the Oblivion, because we can discard this or banish this Widespread Annihilation, present it, which is good, but it is a blue, so it might be overkill. I think if we're left with this, like if they do nothing else, we banish Eloquent Eulogy, present Eloquent Eulogy. Yeah, there's no like creeper shenanigans or anything really for the double Revel, but I mean, yeah, if we had a resource, we could basically Eloquent Eulogy, Close Chain, Revel, Creeper's Revel, so that they both see each other, make 8 rune chants, but that's not the world we live in. We could do that if we keep all of these resources, but holding a blue just to, like, that's way overkill. We just need to present lethal into Kano, kind of like dare them to go off. So they're thinking, setting up, I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. thinking, please bear with me. I get it. Kano is a complicated hero. So on our turn, we just go ahead and banish this Eloquent Eulogy. I think the play is just present Eloquent Eulogy. And now we are basically, yeah, putting them in that position where they have to either give us a bunch of cards, or they're going to try and go off. So they're going to take a peek at what's on top. So Kano wants, they might already know for what I know, for all I know. They also get to amp one with Will of Arcana, which is really, really good. They're Kanoing again. So they got an Overflow the Aether Well. They are going to Storm Strider, so this is their turn. They are going to try and go off here. They're at 6. They know we're presenting lethal. We have 5 damage prevention, so it is going to be quite difficult for them to find enough damage to kill us from 25. Again, not impossible. Kano can do some really scary stuff. But it's got to line up for them. I don't know how much opportunity they've had to fix the top of their deck. So we'll have to see. So now they have 2 amp for this Aether Wildfire, I have to assume. We're going to start off with an Aether Wildfire. So there's a Kano activation on the stack. We're looking at our Revel and Runeblood. Little they know, like if we were able to keep a resource, they're like ultra dead. But they're still already just dead with this 4 and 4 that we're presenting on the chain. So now they're going with the Aether Wildfire. They have an Overflow the Aether Well and an E-Pot. So they have 1 more Kano activation. So they have to get something spicy off the top because we're going to AB3. We are going to break our Spell Void here to prevent 5. I don't remember how much this was for. Was it for 7? Holy crap. Hold on. Let's go back. It was for 7. Yeah, they had 3 amp from Metacarpus, Crucible, and Will of Arcana. So that's really scary. So even though we were able to prevent 5 of it, they still get 2 amp. But again, I think it's not quite enough. They were able to banish this Blazing Aether off top. Again, when Kano just hits like this, it's magic to me, but I know it's probably that they set that up on top. So it's not quite magic, but so we take 2. They're going to amp this next thing by 2. We can prevent 1 of it. Does that make them 2 resources? So they get another Kano activation? Is that how that works? What's Overflow the Aether Well again? I thought it was if it deals more than X amount, they get 2 resources. So depending, like, if they hit something really scary off top with Overflow, it needs to be a 0 cost, though. I don't know. So this is for 4. We can prevent 1, take 3. They E-Pot. I forgot about the E-Pot. Kano activation, see what they have on top. I don't know that they set this one up. E-Pot. So play E-Pot, another Kano activation. Break E-Pot, another Kano activation. What else you got? You're digging. You're digging. Prognosticate. Blue is not going to get you there. This is going to come in for, it's going to get 2 buffs, so another 3. So we've taken like 5, 6, 7. So Blazing Aether is going to come in for like 7 or 8 or something like that. So we're down to 17. Blazing Aether is definitely not coming in for 17. I know that much. So that's GG's. Coming in for 10. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, GG's. Good game. But yeah, like this is, I like the Kano matchup. It's interesting. If you know how to navigate it, it's not that bad for Vynnset. They can definitely get there. It's not a free win for us by any stretch of the means. But it is an okay matchup for us. I would say that we're likely favored if you know how to play the matchup. But you never underestimate what they're going to do because they can definitely get there if their stuff lines up and if they're able to set up. So we do want to try and end the game as quickly as possible without overextending. Because if we overextend, we can also get into some awkward situations. So just one flail trigger or one flail swing missed, I think. Other than that, we played it quite well, in my opinion. So anyways, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, as always. I got one more pre-recorded match for this like short form gameplay content sort of stuff. So we're going to take a look at that one here shortly. Thank you so much for watching. We'll chat soon. Cheers, everybody.